During last week's Nintendo Direct, Nintendo actually dropped a little surprise. Out of nowhere, they announced DLC for Donkey Kong Bananza. Yup, free DLC for this amazing game. What are you saying, Reggie Nintendo? Excuse me? Paid DLC? What? Introducing Donkey Kong Bananza, DK Island, and Emerald Rush. And this DLC is $20 US. And with a high price come high expectations. Because I mean, for 20 bucks, I can pretty much buy Silk Song, which is like the best game ever made. Well, I got some bad news for you folks. This DLC, it's not it, fam. Oh no. Okay, but what is it all about? I mean, it's called DK Island and Emerald Rush. So basically, those are two different things. The DK Island part is, well, it is DK Island, a brand new world that you get to visit, a brand new layer per se. And I mean, it is gorgeous, it is lovely, it is beautiful. It reminds me of that island from DK64 with the big DK head in the middle, but it is shaped a bit different and features different things. It's like full of Easter eggs and little fun details, like you can explore DK's house and there's a poster of Candy Kong, so I guess she's finally in the game. There's a couple more islands around the big main island, and one of these islands is actually shaped like a DK bongo, the same bongos from Donkey Konga and Donkey Kong Jungle Beat on the GameCube. And there's a sunken ship, which is probably the ship that you fought King K. Rool on in Donkey Kong Country. Oh, and there's Squawk, everybody's favorite little green parrot. But yeah, as you can see, I'm mentioning everything that this island has, but I'm not really mentioning what you do with all of those things. And there's a reason for that. You don't do anything! It is an empty island. I think you're meant to like move around, explore every nooks and cranny, and take pictures with your friends Didi, Dixie, Cranky, and Rambi. But yeah, that's about it. There's no Banandium gems to collect. There are no hidden fossils. There is no collectibles. There's no new moves. There's no new secret areas. No, there's just nothing to do on this island. Well, okay, there's a couple things to do. I mean, there's a couple secret bonus stages that you get to explore, but they're all secret bonus stages that we've already played before in the game. Like, there's nothing new or particularly interesting. And that's a big shame. This island is lovely, it looks gorgeous. It would have been the perfect place to hide a bunch of Banandium gems and just make it interesting, but alas, they decided not to do that for some reason. This is a big bummer for me because you know me, I played 50 hours of DK Bananza. I have beaten this game 100%. And I kind of didn't need more, like I had enough, the game was complete as it was. But with this paid DLC, I was expecting, I don't know, way more than that. But no, it's just an island you get to explore, and there's nothing to it. Like, in a way, it reminds me of the Mushroom Kingdom that you unlock in Super Mario Odyssey after you beat Bowser. But this Mushroom Kingdom was totally free, and inside of it, there were many stars to collect, many new power-ups to find, and heck, even a freaking costume that turns you into N64 Mario. Like, that was badass. On DK Island, however, there's nothing like that. But here's the thing though, the DLC is called DK Island and Emerald Rush, because the whole new gimmick is actually the Emerald Rush part of it. You see, after beating the game, you will get to see Void Kong, who's chilling in a little house over there. And after chatting with him, he's gonna hire you to work for Void Co. And basically, he found new emeralds to collect on various different layers. And this new game mode is actually pretty fun. There's gonna be multiple rounds, and you have a limited amount of time to smash as many emeralds as you can. You'll always have a minimum amount that you have to collect in every single round, and it's typically not very hard to actually fulfill that quota, but you're gonna want more. You're gonna want more diamonds, you're gonna want more coins, you're gonna want more everything. While you collect those emeralds, well, there's gonna be fossils, bananium gems, and multiple things that once being destroyed will give you a choice. You'll see 3 different perks that will aid you in your quest, and you have to pick one of those 3. So basically, the more you play, the better you are, the better you get, and the more points you get at the end. This game mode is actually pretty fun, and I played it quite a lot, but it's just more of what makes Donkey Kong Bananza Donkey Kong Bananza. It's just more smashing everything to pieces. Void Kong is going to give you objectives that you have to fulfill if you want to get extra emerald and extra coins. Those objectives are pretty simple. Typically, you will have to destroy some rocks, punch some enemies, or do some random stuff like swimming, high-fiving a monkey, high-fiving Cranky Kong, and other random things like that. If you want to get a good score, you'll definitely want to do those objectives. And thankfully, you can use warp barrels to warp to those objectives faster. The thing is, you typically only have 3 to 4 barrels per round, so you'll have to manage that carefully. What's fun about this game mode is that it tracks your final score and ranks you based on it. So if you're kind of a completionist or if you're kind of competitive, well, you'll want to improve your score and get better and better. But yeah, if you don't really care about all of that, well, maybe this DLC is not for you. Completing those emerald rushes will get you some points, and those points will actually unlock new perks, new music to collect, and new areas to play the mode on. That's right, not only can you experience this new mode on DK Island, but you can also go to classic layers, like the Lagoon layer, the Freezer layer, the Canyon layer, and probably a couple more I just forgot about. Those layers will slowly unlock as you play the game more and more, but typically you're gonna have to play the same level like 2 or 3 times before having enough points to move on to the next layer, which can be a bit repetitive. I found myself to play this mode, but in short bursts. Your typical Emerald Rush round will last about 20 to 25 minutes, so I would usually play 2 rounds of it, turn the game off, go back to Silk Song, and when I was sick of getting my ass kicked by a random boss, I just came back to Donkey Kong to feel better about myself. As you can see, you have an employee card, which is like your DLC progress bar in a way. You can see what you have unlocked and what you're about to unlock. But as you can see, there's a lot of empty space underneath this. So I have a feeling that there's more to this DLC. The thing is, I don't have 45 hours to play on this game mode alone to find all about it. Plus, apparently this minigame will be some sort of live service thing for Nintendo. Because according to the website, there's gonna be special events with special costumes that you get to unlock. So you'll have to play this DLC at certain moments in time during certain events to unlock it all, which is weird, like a DLC for a DLC? I don't know what to feel about that. But yeah, the truth is, this game mode is actually quite fun. It's just not $20 fun. Like, I do see the effort that was put into it, but I don't know, man, maybe a $5 DLC would have been enough. Or heck, why not make it free like the Luigi's Balloon DLC in Super Mario Odyssey? This is a discussion that keeps coming back ever since the Nintendo Switch 2 was released, but I feel like Nintendo's getting a lot greedier these past months. Like, the price of Amiibo is off the chart, the price of DLC is starting to be a bit ridiculous, and some games that should have been totally free in the first place are actually paid content. So yeah, as much as I want to defend this DLC and say that it is fun, it is way too expensive for what we get. I think Nintendo is going to add more and more layers to explore, and they're gonna add more and more to this DLC. But once again, having to pay for a DLC that will eventually get upgraded for free is kind of a weird practice to me. Still, if you loved DK Bananza and if you want more of it, well, this is a neat little mini game mode that will keep you busy for many more hours. But what about you? What do you think about this DLC if you bought it? And if you didn't buy it, then why didn't you? Let me know in the comment section and I will try to interact with as many comments as I can. In the meantime, you can interact with those 2 videos that I have right here. They are pretty good and you're gonna love them. Alright, I'm gonna go play DK Bananza Emerald Rush now, so see ya!